Name indicates it's about culture. Yes, it's about culture as a concept. Means what we call culture is not given to us, but it is something which is produced, marketed, and consumed like a commodity. Means to say, it studies how our almost every daily practice, like language use, walking, shopping, our celebrations, etc., which we call culture, regulate our day to day lives. I make you understand through an advertisement. We often consume meanings as produced in the advertisements, and then they regulate our lives. There is this ad featuring Shah Rukh Khan who would shame a brown boy in the ad and say, Chip chip ke kahe ladkiyon ki cream lagai. You remember this ad? Yes. This ad is made by product owner of Fair and Handsome Cream. And I call him capitalist because he owns the means of production, because he owns a factory or owns a company. He's a rich person. Now he wants to sell his product in the market, and the target audience is, yes, brown boy. But how will he sell? Because men in South Asia really don't bother about their brown skin. So he makes the ad in a way so that boys automatically choose to buy this fairness cream. For this, he does three things. Number one, he makes boys feel ashamed of brown skin. If you if you have watched the ad, you must have seen how the brown boy in the ad hides himself when he comes in front of the girls. And second, by making boys believe that only fairness is handsomeness. So, in the ad, you must have seen when the boy becomes fair, he also is shown to be more confident about himself. Third, by creating this belief that boys are different from girls, so they need different types of products. So, in this way, we will learn that behind our every concept that we believe in, every practice we do, there is hand of power, capitalism, and dominant groups who, through the use of media like television, radio, social media, advertisements, etc., produce meanings of these practices. The way handsomeness is given new meaning of fairness in the ad, and we start believing it. Similarly, if we study our other practices like shopping, we will see how dominant groups like capitalists, through malls and online shopping, regulate our life experiences. Now, by studying this subject of cultural studies, you will start looking at not only your own but other cultures also with a better understanding. You will understand why some practices are more liked than other practices. You will understand why some habits are more promoted than other habits, and you will also understand that why some ways of thinking and behaving are prohibited, whereas other are promoted and rewarded. And then you will learn who controls the meanings in the culture and how these meanings are produced and how we consume their meanings. I give you one more example. We always go to market to buy things of our choice. No? Yes. In fact, we never buy things of our choice. Our choice is molded in a way that seems that we are choosing out of our own will. I tell you how. Suppose you go to market to buy a pair of jeans and find that all shops are full with new stuff called ripped jeans. See, the shopkeeper tells you that if you wish to look fashionable, then you have to buy ripped jeans. And because they are the new fashion. Now, you may not like at the first sight, but since you wish to look fashionable, Now, see how, I mean, shopkeepers attach value to their products. Since you wish to look fashionable, you buy it believing it is in fashion. Just rewind a bit. Before you bought the pair of ripped jeans, before they became a part of your life, they were there in the market and their value was attached to fashion, concept of fashion. Therefore, fashion doesn't come when people buy and start wearing new style. Rather, it becomes when capitalists produced in the mass scale and send in the market to sell on the name of fashion. Therefore, fashion is controlled by capitalists. In this way, you will learn how meanings in our daily lives are controlled and regulated by power. Now, who has power? Of course, those who are dominant in our society. Number one, rich people who own companies and factories. Number two, those who are in majority. For example, in India, Hindus are majority, so definitely unki chalegi. And those who have political power. I hope these examples give you a fair idea of what we will be reading in this subject. And I tell you, we will study the relationship between culture and power. I must tell you, this subject is interdisciplinary in nature. That means we will heavily draw from sociology, anthropology, political science, economics, literature, race studies, gender studies, etc. So I remind you what cultural study analyzes. Cultural studies analyzes each and every aspect of our day-to-day lives like communication, walking, eating habit, value system, shopping, so and so. Meanings in our daily lives are not given, they are produced. Then cultural studies analyzes that behind our every cultural practice there are some historical, economic, ideological and political factors are at work.